let's talk glute ham, let's talk ab GHD sit-ups. Okay, GHD sit-ups. Okay, now during competitions, you will see the GHD sit-up mentioned, okay? It's like the upscaled sit-up, okay? It gives you that extra, it seems like it gives you an extra stretch in the abs when you're down here like this, okay? But really, you're not overly stretched, just because if you were to look at the angle of my leg, and as I come down, I'm there, okay? Maybe a little bit extra stretch. Now when we do GHD sit-ups, a lot of what you should know is it's not only an ab exercise, it's a how fast can you spring your legs down to kind of catapult your upper body up to the top. If you get tired doing these and your legs aren't working, that means your abs and back are working, and you'll just get that much more tired. Then if you do these properly, your bum will be kind of at the, if you were to look at this side pad as like a clock, kind of your butt bone is going to be at the 10 o'clock position or so, okay? You're going to have this bend in your knees. You're going to come down, you're going to reach for the floor. As you come up, you snap these guys down, so your quads are working extremely hard doing this. Down, snap, and up, and you touch the pads. Down, snap, and up. This might be a little bit. The adjustment of this is important. Okay. All right, there we go. It would take some playing around with the distance of this thing for you to kind of figure out the exact right spot to sit, the angle of your legs in order to touch the ground and catapult yourself back up. But that's the gist of this machine. Of course, you can utilize this for other sit-up variations where you're just kind of in here like this, holding a like a reverse plank or a sit-up, you know, coming up, do some crunches type of stuff. Angle your legs off to the side, so you're kind of like doing some like obliques and that kind of stuff. So it's used for a few different things. We don't use it too often, but it is here for you to try. And if you have questions, just come and see one of the coaches. Something to be cautious about when you are getting onto this are these little metal bits here. So they're holding on this these pads, holding them on there nicely. But if you're jumping on there fairly quickly, it is easy to bang your ankle onto these little metal bits. And you know what it's like to bang your ankle on anything? It is a pain in the ass. So when you're in here nicely, you're never going to slip out of this. It's like almost impossible to slip out of this. You can't even straighten your leg to kind of slip out. So you're stuck in here, okay? There's no way you're slipping out, okay? But more than likely when you are working this, your shins are flexed, you're holding up against the top pad, and you're up and down. That was a cool video. And you can't see me. Other uses, it's the GH part of the GHD, is the glute ham part, which is what they're mainly used for. This part. Now let's talk the glute ham part of this. So when we do a glute ham raise, it's more of a glute, but your hammies are working. You want to be positioned like this. Your foot is going to be inside these double pads here, right in the middle, and your foot is going to be against, so your ankle is going to be supported inside here, your foot is going to be against this back little pad, this wall here, this plate. Depending on you, how tall you are, how big your legs are, you want to position your knee just so it's supported right on the edge of the pad here like this. And your hips come around to hang over this part where, so that you can bend straight down. Your legs stay straight. You can squeeze your butt and straighten your body out like this. So your butt's engaged, hammies are working, lower back muscles are engaging. An excellent tool for glute ham developing, GHD. Another thing that this is used for that is really underutilized is to use it to do Nordic curls. Now, a Nordic curl is where you bend at the knee, your legs and torso stay straight. I'm using this post, this little dowel to support myself because I'm not strong enough to lift myself up. But you're basically curling your body up by using your hamstrings. So you would, again, put your foot between the two pads, push up against the top pad, come down into a straight position, curl the hammies, and you come back up. Now, like I said, I am working towards getting stronger in this. You can definitely tell if someone is strong in their hamstrings, if they can lower themselves down, controlled, and bring themselves back up, controlled. Like, I can lower myself down really fast, but then I need this post to hold me up. And then what I'm trying to do is utilize these mostly, and then kind of help myself up with the assistance of this post. So that's a Nordic curl. And as you noticed, I've moved this a bit closer up so that my knee and my kind of bottom part of my leg is supported more, and that my hammy does most of the work curling it up. One other thing that it can be used for, which is very underutilized for, is something called a reverse hyper move. So a reverse hyper is where you are, they make a machine called a reverse hyper, where you are kind of laying flat on a table, and you're just raising your legs like this, working your lower back and your butt. The reverse hyper has a little pendulum at the bottom where you can attach weights and then increase the resistance to this. You can utilize that with this and attach bands down there. So you're up in here like this, you're holding the pad, and you just kind of like engaging your lower back and bum to kind of bring your legs in that opposite direction.